Hey, welcome once again to one more episode of Tea Talkers podcast. And this episode is very special because this episode I have a guest who has actually shaped my childhood. We have grown together at one place. We have been neighbors and she has always been a torchbearer in my life. I have already invited her not just to share her stories in this podcast, but we wanted to share the nostalgia of our childhood at the same time. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Paromita Ghosh from Candid by Paromita. Didi, welcome to the Tea Talkers podcast. But before you say anything, I would like to tell everybody that we will address her as my Didi because she's my elder sister, and she has already created that entrepreneurship mindset in me, though she did not know about this before, but this is a confession that I have today in front of her. I have seen her how she started with Candid by Paromita and how she has grown up the career. She has been creating a benchmark in the field of PR and events, not only in East but pan-India. But today we'll talk about her career, her business, her entrepreneurship skill, as well as the person that she is. Because I have known her a person who has balanced career, family, and all the relationships that she has earned throughout her life. Over to you.
Thank you so much. Very difficult for me to refer to you as Souvik. So you'll have to make do with me calling you Pabil, my little brother, my dear neighbor, and someone I have grown up with. The two of us have a lot to share. A lot of our important growing up years have been together. Your mom and my dad have both been servicing the Kolkata police.
Yeah.
We are very proud of their journey, and as you know that we are very proud of our association and our time spent in Kilat Babul Police Quarter.
Yeah.
It's where we have grown up, and it's an indelible part of our growing up years. And I'm also so happy and so proud to be a part of your show and come and see your beautiful office and the structure that you have made and the environment that you have created for your team. I'm very happy that in my journey of entrepreneurship over the years, I'm so thankful that a dear brother like you have been inspired in some little way by me, and I'm very proud to be a part of your show today.
Thank you so much. And this is indeed an episode which will keep up in our archive for years, because this episode will inspire many in the future who has always thought of going against the waves. Because when you started, entrepreneurship or business was not a very well taken in our families where our parents worked in government service.
Absolutely.
And I remember when I went up to my mom one morning and said that, "Ami chakri korbo na, I want to start something of my own." The first thing was that, "Okay, ke biye korbe?" So that's the first thing. You're quitting a job, that means it's a crime and there will be no girl who will come up and marry me. তো সেটা প্রথম ছিল মায়ের একটা চিন্তা এবং that was her reaction. But again,
I can compare that epic reaction to the epic reaction that I got when I told my parents after 1.5 years of service at one of the largest PR agencies in Delhi. I was working for Genesis PR in 2003. When I told them that, I want to quit and start on my own. And the first thing that both my dear parents who work for the government sector said, "Ar kono paisa dite parbo na." Because they were already, I was repaying my educational loan for my MBA in marketing from my first year's salary. So my parents was like, "Ebar to Provident Fund e hat pore jabe." So I was like, "Relax, I'm not asking you guys for money. I'm just telling you all that I'm starting an entrepreneurship journey." And they were like, "What is that?" Sheta ki khaye na mathaye deয়, মানে এটা কি হয়? So they're like, I was like, "No, don't worry, relax. If it has to be a mistake, I want to do that very early in life so that I can go back to my job. And I don't want to do this at a much later date." So they were like, "Go and do whatever you want." So it was like their reaction was, "To hell with you." So I completely understand where you're coming from. And এমনিতেই ব্যবসাটা মানে যেরকম ভাবে আমরা যখন ছোট ছিলাম ব্যবসাটা দেখানো হতো তারা ভীষণ ইভিল, মানে প্রমোটার,
তোমার জীবনে কিছু হয়নি তাই তুমি ব্যবসা করো।
এক্স্যাক্টলি। এবং মানে আমাদের সো কল্ড নেবার্স যারা আমাদের জ্যাঠা কাকারা ছিল, তারা সবসময় এসে বাবাকে বলতো যে ইকো ম্যাথ স্ট্যাটস পড়ান। আই মিন আই রিয়েলি ডোন্ট নো উনি কোন কলেজ থেকে ইকো ম্যাথ স্ট্যাটস পড়েছেন বা নাম শুনেছেন, বাট এগুলোই ওনারা বলতেন। সো ওইখান থেকে যখন আমি বললাম কমার্স নেব, দ্যাট ওয়াজ এ ডিজাস্টার। প্রদীপ দা এত ভালো, আপনার মেয়ে লেখাপড়ায় কমার্স নেবে কেন? আই ওয়াজ লাইক হোয়াট দ্যাট ইভেন মিন? So that was that part of our journeys, ages and careers, and they were like, when I went to Delhi to do my first job, I was really young, I was 21, and my parents were very worried of Delhi and that part of me being, whether it would be safe or it would be unsafe, and then it was all of this whole entrepreneurial journey was very unknown to them. They lived by their safe jobs with their provident fund. And that is what they always wanted, us to be safe. I understand that your parents don't really want to not let you grow in your careers, or they don't want to agree to your decisions. They're just worried.
They're just possessive.
Yeah, they're just worried, and they haven't heard of this part of our lives. They don't know what we are going to get into. They don't want us to be sad, or they don't want us to be losers, or they don't want us to flop. But they also have to understand that somewhere, allowing us to do what we want actually gives us a big boost in the beginning days of our career.
Yes, and not only that, আমার যেটা মনে হয়েছিল যে when I started, both of us আমরা এমন একটা বিজনেসে আছি which is intangible,
Absolutely.
Which is service.
Right.
And in the initial days we did not even have a portfolio to show.
Right.
And the biggest part and the biggest challenge for me, I'm sure it was for you as well, was to show and gain that trust from people that give us this job and we can do it for you.
Absolutely.
That was the biggest challenge. And again, because we started in a city like Kolkata, which is again the city of joy, যেখানে জয় ছাড়া আর কিছুই ছিল না,
কিছু নেই,
এখনো নেই, আনন্দটাই শুধু আছে,
অনেক আনন্দ এখানে,
হ্যাঁ, কিন্তু সেই আনন্দটা আছে. And that is why I think shows like Tea Talkers, events, the sessions that we do in cafes on behalf of Tea Talkers and everything, where people come, they
like
talk.
I said today, you count me in. Definitely call me over for the next one.
Yes, I would love to. And এবং তোমাকে ডাকার আরেকটাও কারণ আছে, খুব কম মানুষ আছে যাদের সাথে ঘন্টার পর ঘন্টা গল্প করা যায় এখনকার দিনে. তার কারণটা হচ্ছে গল্প সবার সাথেই করা যায়, কিন্তু আফটার এভরি 5 minutes ইউ উইল ফাইন্ড দ্যাট পারসন ফিডলিং অন দ্য ফোন. সেটা দুটো কারণে হতে পারে. ওয়ান ইজ ইউ আর এক্সট্রিমলি বিজি অ্যান্ড দেয়ার আর ডিউরিং দি অফিস আওয়ার্স দেয়ার আর ক্লায়েন্টস কলিং আপ, দেয়ার আর ক্লায়েন্টস সেন্ডিং ইউ মেসেজেস, ইউ হ্যাভ টু গেট অন দ্য ফোন.
Can you forward your two little fingers to me? Keep the cup and bring this forward.
This?
Yeah, just come forward.
Okay.
And touch me here.
Okay.
Touch me here.
Okay.
Okay, touch me here. This is the evolution of human race. This is where we hold our phones.
Yeah, it's become a little dent. Yeah,
it's a dent.
It's a dent.
Okay, it's not something that you can run away from.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of my doctor friends showed me this. So it's something that you get to be worried about, and you will see that your parents don't have it.
Yeah.
Because they are not on the phone for as long as you and I are.
True.
It's a matter to be very, very worried about. এটা কিন্তু আমাদের physical evolution হয়ে যাচ্ছে. Just imagine anybody in your home who is elderly, or somebody who is a small boy or child who is not on the phone constantly, they don't have this.
Yeah, তাদের নেই. Now that's a really something to be really thought of and
scary,
very sensitive
very
as well.
scary.
ভীষণ রকম. আরেকটা জিনিস আমার মনে হয়েছে দিদি, যে over the years when during our journey, I remember when we the first thing that we saw as a communication tool was a pager.
Absolutely.
Right? But even before the pager was brought in the market, we used to have those postcards and inland letters. And we had trunk calls.
And we had our lives we written to each other like that.
এবং we had something in Bangla called Patromitali.
একদম.
Yeah? And I remember in newspapers there were a classified section,
yes, where you wrote to your friends.
Where we wrote to our friends.
একদম.
And that had a different kind of a satisfaction and charm. Somewhere আমরা ওটা মিস করছি. আমি বলছি না এখন খারাপ হচ্ছে, কিন্তু আমরা ওটা মিস করছি. ঠিক একইভাবে PR as a profession সেটাও তো ইভলভ করেছে.
একদম.
Right? When you started, rather when you were working with Genesis, তার আগেও, 2025 it has completely evolved, right? এই ইভলভমেন্টটা কি তুমি পরিস্থিতিতে পড়ে তুমিও ইভলভ হচ্ছ নাকি তুমি ইভলভ হতে চেয়েছিলে?
To be very honest with you, when it comes to evolving, it's not a choice.
Yeah.
It's not really a choice. It is something that you have to go, you have to move on with the trends, or you will perish.
Yeah.
Because when we started, when we were doing a product launch, we would probably just do a press release and maybe one advertisement. And that would be all. And we would be preparing for months for one product launch where we would do one all-encompassive press release and probably an all-India advertisement to supplement, and that would be it. In today's day and age, you will have to probably just do away with the all-India ad because you know that physical advertisements are no longer that relevant.
Right.
But you would have to do a press release, you would have to do a product launch. So there would be a PR angle. There would be definitely an event angle where your customer can come and physically try out the product or meet you in person to develop that engagement and trust. You would have to supplement that with an influencer meet or a social media campaign, and you would have to supplement that further with the inclusion of AI, where you can create a situation where you can reach out to your customers, their queries, their involvement through artificial intelligence. Now, all of this is a gamut of integrated branding and marketing, and each of this cannot withstand without the other. They have to come to you together, and that is when a product has been successfully launched. We had actually not heard of all this when I started working for Genesis Public Relations in 2002, 2003, and right now we cannot think of a campaign without all of this. So while I have a very, very big doctors conference for 3 days this week, and it starts on Rath Yatra, and the most important pre-event campaign is that with health influencers. This is not something that I have done even last year. Even last year when I have done doctors conferences, we have thought of the social media meet to be a part of the main event. But right now the pre-event is entirely on social media. Your digital campaign precedes your advertisement campaign. Your AI regulation of your customer relationship is so important, it's all important, that it comes even before your product is ready to be launched. So all of this is how the industry has grown. All of this is how the industry has emerged with the new technologies. And honestly, between you and me, Pavel, it's not something whether you can choose to not do. Because if you don't do it, the industry moves ahead and you stay back, you stay behind. That definitely is not good for your office work environment, career.
But that is my question. ওখানেই আমার প্রশ্নটা যে it is important for us to evolve with time and technology constantly. But when we are talking about our childhood, when we are talking about the best days of our life, is the time when we spent our childhood without these technologies and everything. Do you think this oscillation between going back to the childhood and fast forward to the current era, does it create any kind of a turmoil inside the mind? Where I'm coming up, I'll tell you. During our cafe sessions, there are a lot of people who come up and talk to us that I am not able to enjoy life anymore because the moment I want to enjoy life in my way, there is some kind of a obligation that comes up, and these obligations are not about responsibilities but through some technological obligations. I have to send some WhatsApp message to somebody. There is something popping up on my phone screen. So though there are technological helps like Apple has come up with screen time and all these things, but this is again a technology that you are taking a help. Even AI has come up with a lot of psychological counseling engine where I can interact with an AI engine to get myself counseled. But that's again a technology. It will always lack that human touch.
Right.
So this oscillation between this movement between
the real and
the real, unreal, and also the kind of nostalgia that we want to stay into, and the kind of modernization that has happened over time. এই দুটোর মধ্যে মুভ করাটা কি কোথাও তোমার মনে হচ্ছে this needs to be trained? Are you training your young people at your team to get trained in this kind of a pendulum?
See, I'll tell you, this oscillation for me, if you ask me, what do I withhold very strongly from my yesteryears? I withhold my values and my ethics. I don't, in spite of no matter what technological advancements come to me through the new age, I don't let it mess with my understanding of values and ethics. I will not pertain to some kind of technology which I don't perceive as ethical. And it does not do 100% justice to the value system that I have grown and developed with. For me, even today, 100% adherence to values and ethics is a very important part of my career. And I am known for that actually in the market. If you just try to find out about me, you will know that I am actually known for somebody who withholds her values and ethics very, very staunchly. And at that, honestly, might come at a price where there are people who have grown faster because they don't care about it. They just want to grow. They're very ambitious. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just the way that I am.
It's a choice.
It's a choice. It's a choice, and it is something that's very important for me. And that is the same thing that I pass on to my generation, whether it is at office or whether it is at home. I constantly tell them that you have to be true to your knowledge, you have to be true to your service. You cannot come for a meeting without having read about that person's industry or about that person at large, or knowing what is that knowledge that you're going to impart or share in his meeting. So that is something that you really have to do. That research is a part of your value system. You can't not know. So if there's something that I don't know, I am that person who will constantly tell you that, and I'm going to tell you that, listen, I can connect you to somebody who will do this better than you. You will see that there is nobody in the event sphere who will do that. There is nobody. They will say that, sir, मैं सब करता हूँ, मैं सब जानता हूँ, मैं सब कुछ कर दूंगा. बेचारा कुछ भी नहीं कर पाएगा, वो बर्बाद कर देगा. मैं I will not do that. I will never do that. I will meet the client, and my clients tell me कि बहुत interesting, very interesting. I'll give an example. So my client comes to me and tells me, मैंने बहुत बढ़िया गाना बनाया और मैंने उस पर 20 लाख रुपए खर्च कर दिए. अब आप इसको चलाइए. मैंने कहा उसको चलाने में 20 लाख रुपए और लगेंगे सर. So he's like, क्यों? मैंने इतना बढ़िया गाना बनाया, क्यों नहीं चलेगा? मैंने कहा आपने तो सोचा ही नहीं कहाँ चलाएंगे गाना बनाते वक्त. आपने 20 लाख रुपए उसी में झोंक दिया. People don't understand when they're creating the content that when you need to run this content, you actually need to pay for it then. It is not only that you're making a film. You're just not making a film and its production cost. The promotion cost of that film release is equally important and a big part of the production cost itself. आप क्या ही कर लोगे गाना बना के खुद चलाओगे डेली सुबह, योगा सेशन में सुनोगे. आपको अगर वो रेडियो में बजाना है या टीवी में बजाना है, सोशल मीडिया में बजाना है, इंस्टाग्राम पे बजाना है, सबके लिए आपको पैसे देने पड़ेंगे. But the ego with which they prepare that product brings that wool over their eyes when they don't know where they're going to run it. This happens to me all the time. I have made a beautiful film with somebody nobody knows, and it's a great story, but it's not getting an opening.
হ্যাঁ, তাহলে মানে
এটা constantly হয়. You have to strike that balance between product and promotion. This is something that we have learned over the years, that you can't just be, in your ego, in your desire to create something very unique. You can't forget the fact that it also has to be marketable. It also has to be acceptable in the market. And sometimes you see that amazing films, fabulous films.
আমি তোমাকে আটকাচ্ছি এখানে.
Sink without disaster.
আমি একবার আটকাচ্ছি. There are a lot of contents which are absolutely meaningless contents getting lakhs and lakhs of views. How do you justify that? Because I'll tell you from where I'm coming. You just said that a person who's creating that content has to be equally concerned about the marketing of that content. So the quality of the content as well as the marketing ability of that, the marketableness of that content is equally important. But there are contents which we see on Reels, Insta and everywhere on social media where the contents are of no use. There is no meaning to that content. There are nudities being promoted. How do you justify that, being in the field?
I'll give you an example. See, what happens is that there is a trend and time for everything. So what happens is that when a person like an Amir Khan is making a movie in the time frame of say a Chhawa or an RRR or a KGF, which is doing the deal.
Massive business.
They're doing massive business,
Yeah.
and he's making a Sitare Zameen Par.
Yeah.
And he now needs to strike a balance because he has made a film, which is probably not a film made on a budget of 300 crores, but he is Amir Khan. He has a responsibility to the industry. He cannot make a film and let it die down because that's going to be a disaster for the psyche of the market.
Yeah.
How does he hold on to that then? He refuses a 125 crore deal with the Netflix and the Amazon Prime and does not give them an OTT release within a month.
Oh, is it?
Yes, he assumes that loss and sticks to the fact that this film has to have a complete 40-day run in the theatre.
Oh.
And he has said no to 225 crore deals on OTT, which he is, of course, he's a marketing maverick. He has made enough news with this news as well. But imagine that he's assuming a loss of 125 crores because he's not sure कि 40 days runner पर वो आदो ही टाका आबार फेरत पावे कि ना. But he said that मान लो कि आपने फिल्म पिक्चर में डाली और आपने तुरंत एक हफ्ते में घर पे दिखा दी और फिर आप डिमांड कर रहे हो कि कोई हॉल में आके जाएगा देखेगा. किस लिए भाई? हफ्ता भर में तो घर में ही आने वाला है. So he has, that is where you strike a balance. That is where he has assumed the loss. He knows that this is a slow starter. This is not that kind of a film with big stars or, big charismatic songs or very big, big release. He will have to bring about that marketing balance where he has to give people that time to see the content, feel for these children and believe in his film. And he's doing that. At this point of time, the figures are very interesting. The film opened at a 10.8 crore opening on a Friday, shooting to 20 crores on Saturday collections. And now at the end of the 3-day, they're nearly at 60 crores. It's 59.9 crores for 3 days collection, which I think is incredible.
6 times.
It's incredible.
Yeah.
And definitely better than his last few films because you know that he has, he's bearing the brunt of his last 5 disasters. So that is also on his mind. But when I'm saying that you have to strike a balance, this is how you have to do it. And if you're asking me a question on, what is selling online? So I am not allowed to abuse in a podcast. Otherwise, I would have told you my feelings about it. But to be very honest with you, that is the only thing that sells.
Yeah.
So if you'll see that the more outrageous your content is, the better it does.
No, but when you say...
একটা example দিচ্ছি, আমরা একটা আমি ক্লায়েন্টের নাম না নিয়ে বলছি, but a common client for both of us. আমি এই উইকে, last week, we launched, the Chandannagar outlet of one of the best known diagnostic centers, and they hired 4 influencers to promote the outlet. That was the plan. That was the launch plan. And we sourced out 4 very influential influencers from Chandannagar, Hooghly.
Okay.
So that they could reach out to the desired audience. And you will see that the tonality of their communication is very different from the very flashy or very upstart influencers and their marketing pitches. And after these reels have gone viral, like the first reel has gone 1.1 million views already, I understand that this is intentional. They are talking like this because they are communicating to Chandannagar. If they make it very upstart and very smart and very glossy, then they will probably not be able to communicate the audience to the audience of Chandannagar.
Correct.
So this content is very intentional, it is very focused, and I am learning with this communication, to be very honest with you. Probably they did send it to me for approval, and I was like, oh my god, it's a key. But then it's doing very well online. So it is serving the purpose.
I will also share an experience with you.
Please.
I think couple of weeks back, I was sitting with one of the legendary filmmakers of the city, and we were discussing about...
Tell me who.
I was sitting with Gautam Ghosh.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so...
ওনার সাথে 5 মিনিট কথা বলা is a master class.
That is what I was about to share with you.
How amazing he is.
So I asked Gautam da.
We did মনের মানুষ together.
হ্যাঁ, I know this. In fact, মনের মানুষ নিয়ে কথা হচ্ছিল.
Oh my god.
So Gautam da said, দেখো আমি যখন মনের মানুষ বানিয়েছি, there was nothing digital. It was completely analog. The camera setup and everything is analog. So even a small sound from somewhere has to be edited in the post-production. So what he was sharing was actually a learning from me. আমি জিজ্ঞেস করেছিলাম গৌতমদাকে যে গৌতমদা আমরা এখনকার দিনে তো সব ডিজিটাল ফরম্যাটে বা ডিজিটাল গ্যাজেটস নিয়ে আমরা কাজ করছি, ইভেন দ্য ক্যামেরাজ হ্যাভ বিকাম এক্সট্রিমলি মডার্ন দিস ডেজ, হাউ ডু ইউ ম্যানেজ উইথ দিস? দি অনলি থিং হি আনসার্ড মি ওয়াজ দ্যাট আমি নতুন সেট আপ নিয়ে কাজই করি না, আমি আজকের দিনেও আমি পুরনো সেট আপেই কাজ করি। হ্যাঁ, কিছু টেকনোলজি নিতেই হয় আমাকে, বাট কাজ করি আমি। আমার 4টে লোক লাগে পুরো কাজ করতে। আনবিলিভেবল।
যেখানে ইউনিটে এখন 400 লোক কাজ করছে।
হ্যাঁ, আমার 4টে লোক লাগে কাজ করতে, অ্যান্ড আই ডু দিস। His recent film which got nominated for the Cannes and everything, so he just came back from the Cannes. তো আমি বললাম যে what is your experience? বলছে অসাধারণ। And the best part is that, এইটাতেই আমি আসবো এখন আমাদের ডিসকাশনে, the best part was that I was having a dinner with Tom Cruise.
Oh my God.
And when I was sitting with him in the dinner, I never felt he was Tom Cruise. আমার মনেই হয়নি। আমরা ভীষণ ফিল্ম নিয়ে একদম ওপেন আলোচনা করছি অ্যান্ড এভরিথিং। তো এই যে তুমি একটু আগে বললে যে দ্য ভ্যালিউজ, দিস কামস ফ্রম দি আপব্রিঙ্গিং, দ্য প্যারেন্টিং,
his faith in his craft,
and the faith and the trust.
His faith in his craft is so high that he knows that he can battle a new technology with his craft.
Yeah.
He can. He's Gautam Ghosh.
Yes.
He's a maverick filmmaker.
Yeah.
So whether whatever film that you watch, you will see that when you watch a Gautam Ghosh film, the aura of that film is different.
Absolutely.
And it's not dependent on marketability of the film at all.
Trust me, the last film he made, it's still in my mind creating boggles.
Absolutely.
Ekhono, I've seen it almost 4-5 months by during film festival, Kolkata Film Festival. Now it's almost Jane hoyeche, I think. We are in June right now. I still remember the scenes. I still remember the last scene. Kintu trust me, I mean tarpore onekgulo film dekhechi, I don't remember a single one. I think that's the success of a good filmmaker.
Ekdom. And ami to take on this, I can tell you that sometimes when events, like if you'll ask me, that when I go for an event with a team of people who are half my age, and they're extremely excited and nervous about what are the things that might go wrong, and in the pre-event meeting, I will actually sit them down and I will tell them what all will go wrong. And they're like, all this will happen. I said, yeah, I know this will happen. So they're like, how are you so calm and cool about it? I said, it's okay, we'll discuss this after the event is done. I'm just letting you all know that this is all that is going to happen. So what am I completely confident about in the event is that kuch na kuch to gadbad hoga and we have to see through it. That is what I'm completely confident about. And I go into the event with this thought process.
Is this entrepreneurship?
It's entrepreneurship. It's my faith in my craft.
Yeah.
I know that kuch gadbad hoga, and I also know that I'll see through it.
Yeah.
Because I have done it so many times that I know about it. I'm mentally preparing you. Okay. So exactly that happened on Sunday. Sunday we went for the 17th anniversary bash of Money Square Mall at the Money Square.
Okay.
And we had a heartthrob television actor and hero, Sean Banerjee, doing the giant cake cutting.
Okay.
And I did these meetings, I called for extra security and bouncers and everything. And the entire clientele thought that, I'm just blowing it beyond regulation. ये क्या ही होने वाला है, क्या ही कर लेगा, आगे वगैरह वगैरह. And exactly what happened was when Sean walked in, the security collapsed. It just collapsed. There was some around 600-700 girls, and they were there in every floor of the mall. একদম উপরে 5 তলা থেকে নিচে অবধি ওই 600 মহিলা শন বলে চেঁচাচ্ছে। আর আমি জানি আমার সাথে এটা এতবার হয়েছে দ্যাট আমি ঘুমিয়ে এগুলো দেখতে পাই, আমি জানি কি হবে। অ্যান্ড এক্স্যাক্টলি ওই সময়টা কি হলো কি, ঠিক যখন আমার মিডিয়া বাইটসটা করাতে হবে তখন ওই মহিলারা ছুটে চলে এলো, তারা সব চিঠি লিখেছে আর কি সব করেছে, তারা এবার সঙ্গে সেগুলো দেবে। 600 লোকে কি করে ওকে চিঠি দেবে? আমি 600 লোকে কি করে চিঠি দেবে? আমরা কি করব সেটা নিয়ে? নেভার মাইন্ড, সিকিউরিটি যারা 6 জন বাউন্সার, তাদেরকে শুধু শনকে হ্যান্ডেল করতে হতো, সেটা তারা করলো না, তারা ওই 600 মহিলাকে হ্যান্ডেল করতে শুরু করলো। আমি যত বোঝাচ্ছি যে আই হ্যাভ টু ডু মাই মিডিয়া বাইটস, আপনারা এখানটায় কোঅর্ডিনেট করুন, দাঁড়ান ম্যাডাম এদিকে দেখুন বলে আরে তো তুমি 6 জন সিকিউরিটি 600 মহিলা হ্যান্ডেল করতে পারবে না তো, তোমাকে তো আমি একটা প্রোডাক্ট দিয়েছি, তাকে হ্যান্ডেল করো, ওটা হয় না। ওই সময়টায় ওই প্রেসারে ওটা হয় না। আমি একটু জানি এগুলো, আই হ্যাভ গন থ্রু দিস হোল থিং। Then we had to just we fish him out of that whole pandemonium and we put him into Starbucks, which is just behind
the ground floor.
Ground floor, cake cutting যেখানে হয় ওইখানটায়। And Starbucks is throwing a complete ball because they are saying that আমার পুরো বিজনেস 1 ঘন্টার জন্য চলে গেল, আপনারা এই কি ইন্টারভিউ করছেন? কাঁচের বাইরে সবাই এরকম ভাবে দাঁড়িয়ে আছে, 500 মহিলা কাঁদছে। And Sean is like, Paromita di, আমাকে একটু বাইরে যেতে হবে। বললাম, ভাই কি করে তুই বাইরে যাবি? Look at the situation. It was insane. Just go online the 17th anniversary and see the videos that are viral. It was absolutely crazy. And I just know. And I know that this is going to happen. And I knew it was going to happen. And everybody was laughing. That how do you know? I said, I know. I just know it. I'll give you another example. আমরা ঋতুপর্ণ ঘোষের সাথে অনেক ছবি করেছি। লাস্ট ইয়ারের জন্য অমিতাভ বচ্চন কলকাতায় এসেছিলেন। ইট ওয়াজ এট সাউথ সিটি মল, দ্য প্রেমিয়ার। অ্যান্ড 3টে থানা থেকে পুলিশ দিয়েছিল আমাদেরকে। 3টে থানা থেকে পুলিশ দিয়েছিল, মানে এদিকে বোধহয় মুকুন্দপুর থেকে, ওদিকে যাদবপুর থেকে, আর এদিকে বোধহয় আনবাসা রোড থেকে। পুরো পুলিশ টুলিশ দিয়ে রাস্তাঘাট পুরো জ্যাম প্যাক। অমিতাভ বচ্চন এসছেন, লাস্ট ইয়ারের প্রেমিয়ার হবে, আমরা দাঁড়িয়ে আছি। আমরা তার 3 দিন আগে থেকে সিকিউরিটি প্ল্যান করে ওনাকে পেছন থেকে কোন গেট থেকে নিয়ে আসা হবে, পুরো ওইভাবে পুরো সিকিউরিটি প্ল্যান করে আমরা লাইন টাইন দিয়ে দাঁড়িয়ে আছি সবাই। মিস্টার অমিতাভ বচ্চন ল্যান্ড করলেন, মলের সামনে এসে বললেন, আর ইউ সিরিয়াস? So many people are waiting for the last 5 hours to see me. मैं तो सामने से ही जाऊंगा. And we are like, what? We are not prepared for that. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that whatever drill you have done and you've done it for 72 hours. To hell with you. He is saying that no, they are waiting for me. I'm going to walk up this escalator. And we had to handle it. And South City Mall bhorti lok. It was disaster. And it was like us, the PR team, all girls, 10-15 of us with a few bouncers who kind of did this human chain. And he went up and he was like smiling, and everybody there throwing themselves on us, on him. And this is all so standard, so normal, so absolutely going to happen. We know it.
Na, kintu
the
you
only
have
faith is that you have to get out of it alive.
You have to make him get out of it as well.
Yes, you have to ensure his safety at all points of time. And the celebrities will always be on the side of the
fans.
Because they will not be rude, they will not be nasty. Acha, the security is supposed to handle the celebrity, but they become busy handling the press.
Crowd. And
they have an amazing relationship with the press. I don't know why they have to, মানে কোন সিকিউরিটি খুঁজে বার করে কোন একটা প্রেসকে ধাক্কা দেবে ওই ভিড়ের মধ্যে, you have no idea. I don't know why they have to push somebody with the camera. And they start getting into that scuffle, and the media will say, "Ki amar dhakka diche, am etai likhbo kalke."
It becomes a story for them.
And this is all so absolutely going to happen. So it's just that you need to be calm, you need to be controlled. You know that this might happen. You be mentally prepared. You be agile all the time, and you know that you have to. Yes, another important thing is that for any of these public events, you have to have a plan B. You have to have a plan B exit. You have to. Whenever you see that there is a bit of a crisis, you have to make up for it, and you have to go for it. And yes, the only thing that I would say is going to be on your favor, in your favor, if you know how to handle this event, is constant agility. If you are right there all the time and you know that you have to manage it, you will be fine.
But why do you think that this generation, because you are seasoned with this, you have been in this for so many years, and you know what happens, how it happens, and how to come out of it.
Okay, let me tell you that the videos which are going viral on the Gen Z, that they're doing this to you when you're asking them for any tool that you need in the job process is all true. Is all true. See, their lives are very unreal, very ethereal, very video oriented. So it's like, even if they are in a crisis, they will romanticize about it.
That is my question. That is why TikTokers were started. Like,
that's Gen Z.
But yes, okay, accepted.
I let them be.
Accepted. I respect them on those grounds. That's okay. In our days,
our parents were not like us.
Even we were not like that.
Yeah. So then our children will also be not like us.
Yeah, right. But when it comes
you
to
remember your
Gen
dad
Z,
and mom's idiosyncrasies. So now you face your children's idiosyncrasies as well. It's okay.
no, but that's at the same time when we are talking about the lack of those value system, those depth in a particular thing,
ওরা না এত ভাবে না।
সেটাই আমার
ওরা
প্রশ্ন।
আমাদের মতো এত ভাবে না।
সেটা
They
কি
live in the moment.
না, সেটা কি ইকোসিস্টেমের প্রভাব?
সেটা ইকোসিস্টেম। সেটা
Okay.
ইকোসিস্টেম। ওরা constantly on the handheld. Their life is that. I'll give you an example. I have been judging the largest inter-school, inter-college fest called Utopia at the Heritage School for the last 8 years. And I've been judging this contest called Shark Tank, where all the students from around 33, 34 top schools in the city, they come and present business proposals to us. This time, I was very shocked to find that they are giving me proposals of all are related to mental health, all are related to loneliness, all are related to being alone. So they have created apps to reduce screen time.
Yeah.
So ami bolchi bhai, you want to reduce screen time, shut off the phone, band kar dena tera phone.
Why do you need an app to do that?
अभी स्क्रीन टाइम कम करने के लिए मैंने एक दूसरा ऐप बनाया एंड दे हैव फुल रिसर्च ऑन इट एंड दे आर मेकिंग अ प्रेजेंटेशन एट अ वेरी बिग स्कूल इन द सिटी आई कांट टेक नेम वेरी बिग स्कूल ऑफ द सिटी रियली ब्राइट माइंड्स एंड माय को जज इज लाइक এরা মার খায়নি বাড়িতে আমাদের মতো ছোটবেলায় বললাম যে না না রিল্যাক্স কাম ডাউন উই কান্ট গেট সো অ্যাগ্রেসিভ উইথ দেম বাট ইমাজিন আমি বললাম তুমি ফোনটা বন্ধ করে দিচ্ছ না কেন তুমি বলছো না ম্যাম আই ফিল ডিপ্রাইভড ইফ আই ডু
Yeah, that's the question. That is where the question
ফোন বন্ধ করবে না বিকজ দে ফিল ডিপ্রাইভড দে
Yeah.
ফিল দ্যাট সামথিং হ্যাজ বিন টেকেন অ্যাওয়ে ফ্রম
Yeah.
দেম সেটা কিন্তু অনেস্টলি বলছে আমাকে অ্যাজ আ পার্ট অফ আওয়ার প্রেজেন্টেশন আর ও বলছে যে আমি এটা মেনে নিতে পারবো না তাই আমি অ্যাপ বানিয়েছি আমি ওই অ্যাপটা কি হবে বলছে অ্যাপটা নিজে থেকে তোমার 4-5টা যেগুলো তোমার খুব বেশি টাইম খায় সেগুলোকে নিউট্রালাইজ করে
neutralize করে দেবে। But the phone is on.
দ্য ফোন ইজ অন 4টে থেকে রাত 10টা অবধি ফেসবুক বন্ধ তুমি ওই হ্যান্ডেলটা আর ওখানে ফেসবুক করতে পারবে ইনস্টাগ্রাম করতে পারবে না ইউটিউব করতে পারবে না যা যা তুমি বেশি দেখো সো আই ওয়াজ লাইক
That will create more depression.
জাস্ট ইমাজিন
কারণ আমার কাছে যারা
33 presentations এর মধ্যে more than 60-65% were about battling loneliness.
Yeah, because that's a major concern. We were discussing today morning that the more the technological advancements are happening around the world,
আরো লোকেরা একা
the more
আরো একা হয়ে যাচ্ছে
creation of depression is coming in.
Do you know that all the people in Gen Z they want to go for solo travel?
Yeah.
মানে সে হয়তো তার হয়তো পার্টনার আছে সে পার্টনারের সাথে বেড়াতে যেতে
যাবে না।
চায় না সে পার্টনারের থেকে ছুটি চায় আমি শুনে বললাম সাংঘাতিক আমি তো পার্টনারকে নিয়ে ছুটিতে যাব বলে সারা বছর ধরে প্ল্যানিং করি
হ্যাঁ,
আমাদের তো ছোটবেলা থেকে তাই ছিল বাবা মারা আমাদের স্কুল ছুটির ওয়েট করতো তখন হলিডে হতো although we've just done Deepuda but still never mind we did that right
yeah, we did that.
so now I am planning holidays as per my son's school vacations no bhai they are planning their own holidays and I asked I said that why are you looking for this solo travel shit no because I don't want to go with my partner वो तो घर पे ही है फिर छुट्टी पे भी वही रहेगा तो छुट्टी कैसे हुआ गजब
Such a transformation.
what like oh my god it was like seriously
And again, these are the people who go up there, spend some time with themselves, me time as such. They come back and they again get into depression,
because
looking at their
they were
partners.
alone
Yeah,
because they were alone.
They did not have anyone to speak.
No.
They did not have anyone to share the beauty of the mountains or the breeze of the sea.
just imagine
Correct. And that is a major concern because people are not talking. This is where I think communication comes in. কারণ তুমি দেখো যেটা আমরা একটু আগে আলোচনা করছিলাম, the PR has evolved. It is not just a press release anymore. It is not just about showing the people or informing the people about what is happening around.
right
It is about engaging the people as well.
absolutely
Right?
very much
But the engagement process has changed. You said that AI being taken as AI কে হেল্প নেওয়া হচ্ছে বা বিভিন্ন জিনিসের হেল্প নেওয়া হচ্ছে টেকনোলজিক্যালি, কিন্তু কোথাও না কোথাও এটাও তো সত্যি কথা যে when a young group of people go to a cafe or a restaurant, the moment the food comes in, they are on their phone to click up the picture and upload. And that is
I'm at fault my family hates this about
তখন অবধি
আমি
it's good.
বাড়িতে রান্না করেও ছবি না তুলে ওদের খেতে দিন ওরা ভীষণ রেগে যায়
হ্যাঁ, তখন
They're very angry with me.
তখন অবধি it's okay. But the moment they don't get a like, they get into depression. Yeah. So this social media or maybe an OTT is becoming an integral part of our life. Mental health at the same time. We have done tea talkers for doctors and nurses at various hospitals in Kolkata. The reason we did this was the HR came up to us and told us, doctors see so much of pain and nurses try to heal them. Now, while healing the patients, they get into depressions. So there has to be a platform where you can actually bring them out from that kind of a mental problem.
See, I'll tell you one thing which is very important right now. We have to understand that the current generation, they are not happy to talk to you. They are happy to communicate through WhatsApps and messages. When I make an example, Dichi, suppose I'm having an office meeting. Okay, the agenda is set by me because I am the one who's most comfortable to talk face to face. But all their questions start after I've ended the meeting because they are communicating one-on-one with me. মানে ওদের নিজস্ব কিছু কমিউনিকেশন ইস্যুস বা ইনসিকিউরিটিজ আছে যে প্রশ্নটা ওরা আই এম সো সরি যে প্রশ্নটা ওরা সবার সামনে করতে পারছে না সো
মানে সেটা কি ওদের সেলফ ক্রিয়েটেড নয়
No, I'll give you an example. So suppose you are in the office and you are say 7 or 8 people and you have written something and you want a feedback. You will say that see I've written this একটু দেখে বলো না এটা আমাদের কাছে কত নরমাল ছিল রাইট এখন ওরা ওটা চ্যাট জিপিটি কে করে ওরা অফিস কলিগসদেরকে কিন্তু বলে না যে একটু দেখে বলো না বিকজ ওদের somewhere I see that they have that something that holds them back. They are happier to talk to technology. They are happier to talk to their handheld. They are happier to ask that question to Google, but they are not so happy to ask their seniors or office or family. So you will see a lot of people don't talk.
Are they afraid of being judged?
Or constantly.
Yeah.
Arey, so what is Facebook? You know, you remember that আমাদের কিছু নোজি আন্টিজ ছিল যারা সবসময় ঝাঁকতো পাশের দরজায় বারান্দায় বা জানলায় কি হচ্ছে that is Facebook.
Yeah.
So we are also jhankoing in other people's lives. That is the nosy auntie.
I remember, Paromita ওই গেট দিয়ে ঢুকলো এই গেট দিয়ে বেরোলো.
Oh my God. And we've done so much of that.
And it was a talk.
You've also been a custodian of my secrets.
Yeah. So I'll not reveal that right now. I'll not reveal that in the open forum right now. আচ্ছা পারমিতা পড়াতে গেল
আমার সব মনে পড়ে গেল
পারমিতা পড়াতে গেল এই গেট দিয়ে ঢুকলো পারমিতা ওই গেট দিয়ে বেরোচ্ছে কেন
Can you imagine that people actually made a note আমি কোন গেট দিয়ে ঢুকছি কোন গেট দিয়ে বেরোচ্ছি What? Seriously? That nosy auntie is
and
Facebook.
that has become the talk of that para.
Whole para.
During those days and they constantly gossiped about this.
Yeah.
Now this has fast forward into technology these days.
So today basically that is what we are doing. It is more than tom-tomming about your achievements or about your career, about your whatever you have achieved or whatever you're doing or your new knowledge or your new technology. No, it's more about learning what the other one is doing. वो कितना कर लिया, वो कैसे आगे बढ़ रहा है, वो कैसे हो रहा है. So this constant fear of judgment is also something that is very, very high on the environment. Like I'll give an example. I can put up anything that I do during the day on my social media. I am not bothered. But my son is he's so selective about what I'm putting up. So he'll write to me, Mama, no, what is this? What are you doing? Why have you put this up? I'm like, why do you guys think so much? It's just a meal that we're sharing. Yeah, so exactly, it's just a meal. Why do you need to put it up on Facebook?
Yeah.
So, they have that thing. But I can just tell you this much, that their understanding of the social media is very good. Their understanding of the technology is very good. But somewhere the human touch or the human
the warmth is missing.
It's missing.
Yeah.
It's missing. And you'll probably see that in the campaigns also. Today's day and age, you'll see a few campaigns which have a long-standing reach with the emotions. They are the ones that are winning all the awards and accolades.
Yes.
Because it's so not there. It's so unreal.
People
all
miss
the campaigns,
that.
Yes, people miss that. People miss that.
The other day in our group, I shared a video where a student coming out from the last day of his college, and he comes out and he touches the feet of the security woman, and the lady starts crying the moment he touched her feet.
এটা কেউ করবে না আজকের দিনে।
তুমি বিশ্বাস করবে না, that video got so much of views because people connect. अरे यही तो होता था हमारे टाइम पे, आजकल नहीं होता है।
एकदम।
But is there any possibility, being in the media, PR, is there any golden hope that you carry with yourself that somewhere we can bring back a pinch of those days? I'm sure.
See, all I can tell you is that you have to constantly instill your value and ethics system into your forthcoming generations. You have to keep talking about it.
Is that, I mean, atkalam tomake, is that parenting?
I think it is parenting.
Okay.
I think it is parenting, but I also think that it is, see, in my industry, communication er value system na thakle communication khub dangerous hoye jete pare. So if you tell me if it is parenting, I would say it is essential. Because you have to explain to them that the correctness, the efficacy of information is everything. कुछ भी आपको मिल गया उसको आपने डाल दिया, you can't do that. It's a huge disservice. You have no idea what kind of contracts we have with our clients. Pavel, it's not funny at all. We cannot use anything and everything from anywhere and everywhere and use it in our communication. We will be dragged to court because everything is on the social media today. So you have to be extremely ethical in what you are using as communication for your clients, processes, campaigns, advertising, content. You have to be very careful. So it is something that is an overlying thought process for me. I also tell them to be truthful to your communication. Like, don't come to me with something that you don't believe in. It's very important. Nobody thinks of that anymore. So, if you'll see that you have given 4 ideas to the client, you'll see that the client chooses one because he believes in it. So you'll have to, when you're giving ideas, just don't, like আমি এখন একটা জুলাই মাসের মান্থ প্ল্যানে আমার কাছে এলো ওয়ার্ল্ড লাজানিয়া ডে। Come on, I mean, like, what? Who is interested in World Lasagna Day in Calcutta?
Yeah.
Lasagna is not something that is, like really important to us right now.
Yeah.
Rather, যদি ওয়ার্ল্ড ফুচকা ডে বলে কিছু হতো আমি সেটা নিয়ে ভাবতাম, বিকজ আমাদের এখানে লোকেরা ওটা নিয়ে ফিল করে।
There's a connect.
Yeah, World Rasgulla Day, World Kosha Mangsho Day. Okay, fine. So I just constantly tell them that before you give these suggestions and ideas, just think. Close your eyes and think.
Maybe somebody, maybe he or she has searched on a ChatGPT what day can be celebrated in July.
Then World Lasagna Day comes.
And because
and you have
ChatGPT found that somewhere.
on your client, and the client is like, what on earth is this? আজকে সকালে আমার team meeting এ
Yeah, because we are not thinking. The brain is becoming idle, and it will become more idle in the days to come if we are not.
That is my biggest fear.
Yeah.
That is my biggest fear. One of the reasons that এই যে আমি বললাম যে অ্যালজাইমার্স, ডিমেনশিয়া, পার্কিনসন্স এগুলো এত বেড়ে যাচ্ছে, আমরা তো আর পাজলস আর সুডোকু করছি না। আমরা তো করছি না, মাথা তো লাগাচ্ছি না, কোনো কিছুতেই তো মাথা লাগাতে হচ্ছে না, সব কিছু চ্যাট জিপিটি করছি আর ফটাফট হয়ে যাচ্ছে। সো সামওয়্যার আই থিঙ্ক উই আর ডুইং আওয়ারসেলভস আ ডিসসার্ভিস অ্যাজ ওয়েল। সো অ্যান্ড ইফ ইউড আস্ক মি দ্যাট একটা প্রেস রিলিজ লিখতে আমার 2 দিন লাগছিল, সেখানে 10 সেকেন্ড লাগছে। So the amount of time that you are saving. But yes, I would suggest that I don't have any, I'm not telling you to not use the modern technology, but do please also use your mind and your heart in your communication. Like I said, that your communication has to be believable. First you believe in it, then please share it with the client. That essence of feeling is something that will give you a different thought process, which will make you look slightly different, which will make your campaign more understanding and believable. It will have better impact.
So as a conclusion, we can say that if we really need to inculcate the happiness quotient in us, if we need to enrich the happiness, the feeling of being happy, is it important to have that belief factor in the talent that you possess, the talent that you showcase to others, and the talent that you want to implant in others as well?
Absolutely.
কিন্তু
আমি এটা বলছি, মানে ধরো আমার কাছে মোস্ট অফেন যে প্রশ্নটা আসে, whenever I am, like I told you that I do a lot of induction and classes with mass communication departments of all the prominent universities of Calcutta. So colleges and universities. তো এবার আমার কাছে মোস্ট প্রমিনেন্ট যে প্রশ্নটা আসে সেটা হচ্ছে কমিউনিকেশন শুরু কি দিয়ে হয়। অ্যান্ড আমাকে সবসময় ওদেরকে বলতে হয় যে কমিউনিকেশন বলা দিয়ে শুরু হয় না। Communication starts with listening.
Yeah.
And honestly, very rarely has somebody been able to crack this code and come up to me. You have to first listen. In our constant fight to prove ourselves, to say what I want to say, in any meeting, you'll see nobody is listening. Because everybody wants to put their point forward. सब चार GPT करके आए, सबको वो बताना है. अरे भाई सुन ले, पहले सुनो तो वो क्या बोल रहा है. Your communication, how is it impactful? If you've heard what he's asking you, तभी you will design the communication in that way to explain to him. So first listen. And when you am saying listen, you also please listen to yourself. Please listen to yourself. That is where it comes from.
Yeah.
You don't have to have any kind of astronautical skills to become a good communications person. You need to be able to listen, hear, understand and speak in simple language. I was judging business contest at JIS the other day, and like I judged 45-50 presentations, and I saw people struggling with the language, and I actually stopped the contest in between and told them that सुनो, अभी किसी ने हिंदी में बोला और बहुत बढ़िया बोला, मैंने उसको ज़्यादा नंबर दिए. In your desire to speak in English, the essence of your presentation is lost.
It's gone.
और आप मुझे बताओ कितने products हैं जो आपको इंग्लिश में बेचने हैं? बहुत कम. ज़्यादा products आपको हिंदी और बांग्ला में ही बेचना पड़ेगा. So believe in yourself. अगर आपकी हिंदी अच्छी है, वो आपको बहुत अच्छी जगह पे ले जा सकता है. Your presentation will be much better if you communicate in Hindi. Believe in yourself. Don't struggle with that language. English is just another language. It is not the only mode of communication. No. I stopped them. I said that I can't. And I said that, bacha, as difficult as it is for you to speak in that language, it's further more difficult for me to try to understand what you're saying.
The emotion.
Because I am struggling with that disparity in language, and I'm like, calm down. You want to speak to me in Bangla? I'm absolutely fine with it. At least you know what you want to say. Just ensure that your point of view, your thought process is placed properly to the person who's trying to understand and listen to you.
Yeah, and it is very important. It is very important that what thoughts I'm going through, what feelings I'm going through, what emotions I'm going through, if I'm not able to vent that out, if I'm not able to communicate that with you in the right manner, there will be no connect between us. And this is where it's lacking, and somewhere we need to bring the entire system together, starting from the young generation to our generation, to our older generation as well. We need to knit them together to communicate. There are a lot of my child is being brought up with through my parents.
Yes.
Your child is brought up through your parents.
Absolutely.
So the value system that your child and my child is going through, it's a balance between my dad and mom and the Gen Z generation.
Yes,
so the
absolutely.
moment he grows up in his teenage, he will be an amalgamation of these two values.
Absolutely.
And that is very important. There are a lot of parents I have seen that who come up to me and tell me that I want a coaching on parenting. I said, no, I can't. How you will parent, the kind of parent you want to become, it's your choice. তুমি বাড়ি গিয়ে বাচ্চাকে ফোন দেখিয়ে খাওয়াবে নাকি গল্প শোনাতে শোনাতে খাওয়াবে, I can't decide that.
I'll give you an example. One of the really well-known kids literature authors was addressing a session at the book fair, at the Kolkata book fair, and it was an APJ session, the Oxford session, where 3 or 4 really renowned child authors were traveling from Scotland.
Okay.
And they were meeting a lot of parents, and they were sitting, and then they asked this question during the storytelling session when the floor was open for questions, that मेरा बेटा तो फ़ोन नहीं रख के सुनता ही नहीं है, पढ़ता ही नहीं है, मेरा बेटा तो बुक्स नहीं पढ़ता है. So that question was translated to English to the author, and she smiled and she said that आप पढ़ती हैं क्या? There was pin drop silence in the auditorium at the book fair. It was when the author brought about the most important question in the room, that the children will do exactly what you're doing.
Yeah.
So if you are always on the phone, then they will be always on the phone. If you are then telling them that so it's that, that is that impact that's going to happen. So the only way, she smiled and she said, the only way to keep them away from the phone is if you do it yourself.
Yeah.
If your child sees you reading a book, trust me, he will read a book. But if he sees you constantly on the phone, then he will be constantly on the phone.
Absolutely.
And you cannot do nothing about it. No matter how many times you tell him, you will see that we have that monkey behavior. We will ape each other constantly. So if you want him to grow in that kind of an environment, when you want him to talk to your parents, his parents, then you talk to your parents first.
Yeah.
मेरा बच्चा मुझसे बात नहीं करता है, आप अपने माँ बाप से बात करते हैं क्या? आप घर आके क्या बोलते हैं उनको? दैट मैं बहुत थक गया हूँ.
Exactly.
So there was a time when the television time was common to everybody. We all watched TV together.
Yeah.
And if
And there was
my-
a particular time in the evening.
Yeah, and if my father was watching news in all 3 languages, we had to watch that.
Yes.
Very annoying it was.
Yeah, very annoying.
Yeah,
but we were helpless.
Yeah. Right now, everybody is watching their own content in their own rooms in every household.
Yeah.
We don't have a common family time any longer. So I still remember that my son was very insistent that every day we have to speak to Didu. She's waiting the whole day to meet us. He has come back from
That's
school
fantastic.
at 4 o'clock and he knows that she's waiting for my husband and me to return. So that meal time, if I'm on a phone, he'll come and tell me, Mama, she's waiting the whole day to meet you. Let's go and talk to her. So these are things that, you know, even your younger generation will probably point out to you. And you probably think, Kalke bolbo, Kalta ashe na. Manushta chole jaye. Kalta ashe na. You have to bring about that balance, that change in your life. Give time to your family. Give time to your colleagues. Meet them. Talk to them. And let not everything be an HR exercise.
Yeah.
Make it natural, make it normal, make it exuberant.
And that is something that is the responsibility of the leaders as well in the organizations
Very
to
much.
build up that ecosystem in their office.
And one very important thing that I constantly tell my peers is that, you know, leadership is a two-way process.
Yeah.
আমি আজীবন শেখাতে পারবো না, আমাকে শিখতে হবে. আমি ভালো লিডার হতে পারবো না যদি আমি শুধু ওয়ান ওয়ে ডিরেকশনস দিই. আমি অফিসে গিয়ে বলি আমি জানি না, এটা আমাকে শেখাও. That's a very good thing. Because they feel very happy that they are able to, and something, it's not, I have absolutely no fear in telling you that, dude, I don't know this. You know, so teach me. And it's a very good two-way process because it immediately brings together 2 people on that same platform. So if it is a media monitoring session, then my sub-staff will take that session because paper तो वही देखता है. So वही सिखाएगा ना. আমি তো পেপার দেখি না, তো আমি কি করে জানাবো তোমায় পেপার কি করে দেখতে হয়? So if, like, you know, the top universities, they send students to our office, they spend the whole day in our office and they learn things, then they are actually taking those sessions.
Yeah.
I tell them that তুমি বোঝাও কৃষ্ণদা তুমি কি করে পেপার দেখো, because পেপার তো তুমিই দেখো. So they have to. So it's that, you know, you have to understand that you have to learn from the environment and then expect that the environment will take from you. If you have that ego তা না আমি সারাদিন এসে বলবো, তাহলে তো হবে না.
Yeah.
Both ways.
I think this is where we need to conclude that there are 3 things that I have learned from you today. One is how you can keep your ego in a dormant state. The second is how we should start communicating to each other, not just in a verbal manner, but also that warmth connect, which is missing. And the third is how you drive the balance between your career, your family, and your value system at the same time. Because this value is a common value between your office and your family. You are not
Absolutely.
changing your values anywhere.
No.
It's the same. So I think that is what our viewers will be learning from today's session. And not just it's about learning, they'll be experiencing this session today. And as I said that in the beginning, that on the camera I said that this session will be very candid, though we went little formal while talking, because that is also very important to understand why we are doing this session and why Parodi is here today. And it is not just about asking about her experiences of life, her experiences of the career, but about the experiences of the journey that she has gone through. the journey which has created the person she is right now, the journey which has broken her sometimes and rebuilt her, and the journey which has been an extremely blissful journey which she has chosen in her life. The blissfulness between the challenges that we face is something which can't be explained actually. Even the challenges has some kind of a X factor in it, in the journey of entrepreneurship. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Paromita Ghosh with us. And Candid by Paromita is one of the biggest PR and event companies in today's generation. And I'm sure that this work that she is doing, the kind of initiatives that she keeps on taking for her clients, for the society, will be something which will be a learning chapters for many young generations in the future who will be thinking PR as a career. Didi, thank you so much for coming today, and this is such a pleasure interacting with you. আমরা সব রকম আলোচনা করেছি, কিন্তু কিছু কিছু আলোচনা বাকি রয়েছে, because talking to you never ends. Yeah, we have met on and off, cliented office, এই office, সেই office, but we have never interacted like this for so many years.
Actually.
And I would love to see you again in the future.
Definitely.
For a second round of episodes.
Call me in for any of your coffee meets
Yes.
for Tea Talkers. I would love to join you. And one message that I would like to leave all your viewers with is that you win some, but you never lose. You either win or you learn. So you have to keep that in your mind and you have to move forward. And don't feel bad when you don't make it, because you don't get out of it without any knowledge. So if you made it, great. And if you haven't, you have learned something. So believe in yourself and move forward. And the world is there for you to conquer ahead.
Thank you so much. That is the mantra of being successful. Yeah. So hope for the best. We are looking forward for one more session with Didi, and definitely she has to take some time out from her busy schedule, but I'm sure she will take it from me, and এটা আমি confidently বলে দিলাম.
Ekdom. Anytime, always for my little brother. Always.
Thank you so much, Didi, for coming. And for Candid by PR, all of us wishes a lot of success
Thank you so
ahead.
much. Thank
And
you.
I'm sure that Candid by Paromita will be a journey not just for a few decades, but for the next 100 years.
Thank you so much. Means a lot. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming. Take
Much
care.
love.
Tata. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Great voice. After Amitabh Bachchan, I think you rank quite. You have a